I'm very disappointed about these parts that have been supplied by Moss. If you look at this is the B post that I've taken off, and you can see that with a pair of calipers here, this beading runs parallel, and it's just inside the indentation along here and up there. But when you put the same calipers onto the new part, you see the problem I've got there, that it's actually tapered. It comes back to the right size at the bottom, but here it's a good 15 millimeters out at the top, tapering off to nothing, and this one is parallel to a point, but again it's about 3 mil out, which of course will affect the lineup of the doors when they're closed. I've had the parts too long to send them back, and I've actually started manipulating them, so they won't ever take them back, but it's very poor show that you pay very good money for something that doesn't fit, and I'm pretty annoyed. I've now got to adapt these and make them fit. I'm going to grind out a taper, bring it back to the right size, and see how I get on. Well, that's the start of it. You can see I've used an ear die grinder to cut a thin section out, and then I've used a pair of straight snips to cut. You can see the curly bit there that I've cut with a pair of straight snips, making the wedge, and gradually tapering down to the bottom to virtually nothing. And when I bring this in and weld it up, you can see that is all, just with the pressure, that's all closing in, and hopefully that will solve the problem. That's it tacked in now, tapered all the way along with the same calipers that I used. You can see that that is now as the original. I just hope that is fine. I'll weld it from the back so that the weld can be left in, and just grind these tacks off so they're flush. They won't be seen anyway because they'll be behind the seal, but I'll grind them off anyway. That's it, welded in from the back. Just got to dress it and a little bit of filling, and that should be invisible. It would be behind the seal anyway, the door seal. There's the other post. This one is just a parallel piece, but I've used my snap-on panel cutter. This is an excellent tool. It cuts and just curls out this piece, very little distortion as well. Excellent tool. I started off at this end with the die grinder so that I could then get the panel cutter in from this end, and whipped it out in a few seconds. Excellent tool. I'll tack this together now, and well, that's the right hand B post in. Just one parallel section, just bringing it in by about 3.5 millimeters, about 1/8 of an inch, that's all, but it just makes the difference in the fit up. That should be happy now. I can take the catches off and prep this, fill it, and well, there we are. They're both now modified and brought back to the same contour. You can see from again with the calipers, you see where they fit in there. I've brought them back so that they are the same. That's the left and the right. All I can say is pretty poor show, an expensive item, as near as damn it £190 for each of these. All I can say is please check, make sure that they are right before you fit them, because if I've fitted these, or I've offered them up and I could see that there's no way that they would fit, please check them, send them back if they